All right, DeSoto Hills, we're getting ready for a major change.
Amen.
I am here with Mr. Paul Wardlaw, and we are talking about some really exciting news. We are about to have some construction that's going to happen here at DeSoto Hills, and so we're going to talk briefly today about what that construction is, because it is coming.
It's coming. And you know, Mark, we've been in our facility now for almost 15 years, so we're starting to show a little wear and tear around the edges, and I think it's time that we kind of do a little refurbishing. What we have planned, number one, is painting the entire sanctuary, updating some more modern and contemporary colors, and then secondly, around the baptistry, we'll be adding some trim, some millwork around the baptistry in that area, kind of dressing that up a little bit more. And then thirdly, and probably the most important, we'll be adding an extension onto the pulpit or the stage area, approximately 12 feet out into the floor of the sanctuary, and about 14 feet wide, feathering off to the steps on both sides. That's going to give us actually about another 175 feet of square feet of pulpit area that will hopefully keep Brother James and the staff a little bit more on the platform rather than up and down the steps. But we're excited about that. We look forward to getting that started the 1st of April after Easter, and I think it's going to be a wonderful and exciting addition to our facility.
And so to give people a little more visual of what's happening, we're basically talking about building out what we would call a thrust or a satellite stage out into the MPC a little bit.
That's correct. That's correct. And that will include new carpeting in that area. It'll also include new painting, and the bands or the modesty screens out in front of the choir, those will be updated and repainted. So it'll be quite a cosmetic change in that area.
Right, and it's also good for the pastor because he typically hits the steps and the floor anyway, so we're just giving him a little more platform space to speak from, and it'll come in handy for lots of special events, Vacation Bible School. No doubt we'll end up using that new stage space quite a bit. Now, we're also doing some minor modifications, some things that you probably won't see. There are going to be a few sound improvements.
That's right.
Because we have some portions of the front area of the stage that sometimes don't get a nice full sound because the coverage wasn't really done the way we probably should have done it the first time. We did what we could for the first time, but we now have been in the building long enough. We know where we can stand to have some improvements, so that's going to be made as well.
And that's one of the areas that you've been very helpful on, along with Brother Mark, in getting those worked out, and we will incorporate that into this project as well.
Right, and there's going to be some minor video improvements. There'll be lots of things that you probably won't see, but while we're tearing that stage up, we're going to be taking care of a lot of things that we need to take care of.
Now would be the time to do all that at once and under the guidance of our contractors and those that's going to be involved in that.
Right, so basically we're getting ready to tear the MPC up for just a bit, so don't be shocked, but we're about to have some major construction going on.
It's coming 1st of April, so we're looking forward to get that started, and anticipation to have it completed by Vacation Bible School at the max.
Right.
Hopefully sooner than that, but
right.
Target date would be prior to Vacation Bible School.
Okay, so we're thinking 6 to 8 weeks?
6 to 8 weeks is without any complications. That's what we're looking for.
Right, and it's a good thing it's all indoors, so
Right.
weather will not be an issue. All right, so we've talked about what is happening. Now we need to talk about what's going to happen while the construction is actually going on, because people by now, I'm sure, are wondering, okay, if there's going to be construction in the MPC for 6 to 8 weeks, what does that mean for us now?
So we are going to turn the sanctuary. Right now, when we were worshiping the stage, we face the stage, we're facing north. Now we're going to turn and face west. Brother James says we are facing the western wall. I said as long as it's not the Wailing Wall, we're okay. But we're going to turn and face west starting April the 5th, the Monday after Easter. Actually, they're going to come in. We're going to put in a temporary stage on the west wall of the MPC. All the orchestra will be over there, so the Brother Mark leading worship, Brother James preaching. We'll all be on that stage over there, and we will turn the chairs, do a 90-degree turn on the chairs and face that wall. We'll have some temporary lighting, some temporary sound things. We'll move the screen temporarily, hang it over that. And part of that is because we're painting, and so we need to do that, and we won't be able to use the stage. So we're going to be temporary for 6 to 8 weeks. And so everything will basically just be turned to face west.
Okay, and we need you guys to understand and bear with us. Nothing will be ideal during construction.
Correct.
So video won't be ideal, but it's all going to be worth it in the end.
That's right.
Give us 8 weeks, and then it's going to be fantastic.
Right. So you're looking at 2 months, a month and a half to 2 months. So